Hi, Tamily. Thanks for joining us. Our guest on Ask Tamily today is Chani, and her Instagram name is Tam and Me. So make sure that you follow her if you aren't already, and we'll get connected with her in just a moment. We do have some questions planned, of course, but we'll also take questions from the chat, which is the benefit of being live. And I'm sure we're all, on our live weekend experience. So definitely type questions in and we'll get to each of them as we go through the interview. And we're just getting connected now. I think I forgot to say what episode this is. Hello!
Hey!
Thank you so much for joining us. And I think that we are on episode 168.
168?
So, yes! 168.
That's so many. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
On
I
this
love that.
live
Thank you guys for
Hampton
having
weekend.
me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
So we'll jump in and ask some of our planned questions, but of course we'll scroll through the chat as well. So let's start with our favorite question, which is when and how did you get involved with the Tracy Anderson method?
I celebrated my 1 year in April. How was for the fashion. Of course. I think, I don't remember her name right now, but I had just stopped breastfeeding my twins.
Okay.
And then I felt like I had the capacity to dedicate myself back to working out in a health routine. So I started doing some dabbling, and of course, like the gram reads your thoughts and knows everything about you.
Yeah.
So they started putting these people on my feed, and I found this one woman, and I remember the first time I saw her doing Tracy Anderson, I was just like, her outfit was banging. And then I was like, wait, what is she doing? What is this? Like, I've never seen anyone move that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like enamored with her. And she showed up on my feed a few times. And I think it took like a few weeks for me to be like, okay, I got to find out what this is.
Mm-hmm.
So I Googled it and found out what Tracy Anderson method was. Like, I wasn't one of those people who was fortunate enough to see like an Oprah episode or like some kind of infomercial, or however all of you find her in the amazing ways that you do. But yeah, mine was just good old Instagram.
That's excellent.
And from there, once I Googled it and found out who she was, I found her post-pregnancy workout.
Okay.
Which I fell in love with that video. Like, that's what got me really, really into like the nitty-gritty reasons of why she's so important. I'm sorry if you can hear the twins in the background. My husband's putting them to nap, and it's never a good thing.
Well, we appreciate it.
It might go on for a little while longer.
No problem.
But yeah, so I did the post-pregnancy workout for a while, and she just resonated me with so many different things in that video. The verbiage, the things that were important to her, things that I never thought of, ways I never heard of a fitness instructor speak.
Mm-hmm. And
I was just like, yeah, this is it. I'm in. And then from there, I found streaming and the Tamily. I was like, babe, there's more of them.
Yes, that is definitely the best part.
The best part. I couldn't, but like you don't know when you're not in it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I found out that there were thousands more, I was like, you're never gonna believe this. There's so many. They're everywhere. They're in Europe. They're in Asia. They're all over the world. It's like there's so many of them. It's so beautiful. It's become one of the best parts of the method for me.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest, difference to me. I mean, there's plenty of other workout methods, and really whatever works for you is what you should do. But the Tamily makes the difference.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
So prior to your pregnancy and in the past, were you active then as well with other types of workouts?
Yeah. So before before I got pregnant, I was really working out crazy for my wedding, like we all do. And at this time, we were living in Los Angeles. So I got like an Equinox membership and like went crazy. But even before then, I cheered in college. I've just always been active. I've always made time to be active and stay fit. And it's always just been a part of my life. But never the way that it is now. For in the past, it's been like 2 or 3 days in the gym and I'm okay. Like that's it. That's all I needed. I'm good with the 2 and 3 days, and that was enough. People that did more, I'm like, how?
Uh-huh.
Why?
And why?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. No way. But now I'm one of those 6-day-a-weekers. So.
So what kind of results did you see from getting consistent with the method, both physically and non-physically?
In the beginning, the part of experiencing Tracy Anderson that was most important was the way that she would talk about waking up muscles that you hadn't used in a long time, or finding your new body, because she said that a lot, like becoming familiar with the new person and the new body. And that to me was probably the most difficult thing after having the kids, is deciding, like, seeing like, okay, you're a new person now. This is a new body that I have to learn, and things that you were capable of doing before, you may not be able to do right now. So that was probably the results aspect of it. I think I was most proud of the fact that I was waking things back up again. I was seeing things look the way that they used to, or muscles that I had never even known about before. Like, I know I never had that muscle, even before working out. Before Tracy Anderson, I never had that muscle, no matter how much I worked out. So little things here and there, but I had a lot of perks, both physically and mentally, for sure.
Especially after having twins, I imagine that was a really important time, even just the time for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that it's difficult, but obviously it's something that is important as a mom of twins.
Yeah. Going from none to one, I'm sure, is pretty crazy, but none to two is like, okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's helped. My husband is also really into fitness. He was a personal trainer like a long time ago, before he got into what he's into now, and he was one of those people that worked out every day. They're like every single day of his life. And I'm just like, what? Why can't we go to brunch? You gotta work out. Like, no, don't work out now. Work out tomorrow. You just worked out yesterday. And now I get it. And he's just like, yeah, she gets it. She gets it. So he helps me in like making sure that I get my time to do my Tracy Anderson.
Yeah. That's definitely helpful when you're on like the same wavelength about that being a priority.
Oh yeah.
So who in the Tamily inspires you?
Every single last one of you. Every single last one of you. I talk about all of you to all my friends all the time. My favorite person that makes me laugh so much is Kat. She makes me laugh every day I look at her. Every time, every post. If you are having a bad day, go to Kat Fufu and you will be fine. Like, she gets me through so much. And then like Goldie's smile, I can't with her. Every time she works out with that big old smile on her face, and she's in her groove with her music, and like, obsessed. I have so many people for so many different reasons. Like all the twin moms, they all reach out and they're like, I have twins too. And we're like, yes, go us.
I was wondering if there was like a Tamily twin mom.
Oh yeah, There's sub-Tamily groups all in this. You already know. They're there. I'm like, oh, hey, Golden. I'm so glad you came.
Yeah, we have tons of people watching. They're giving you all kinds of hearts and stuff.
Hey, I love you guys.
I don't see any questions in the chat yet, so you guys can type them in if you have any. So have you ever been to a Vitality Week or a studio?
I dream about Vitality Week. I don't know a lot about it because I'm still new here, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only a year and a half in, so I don't know too much about it. But anywhere you guys are, I'm there. So yes, one day, hopefully, a studio. Yes, I just went to Studio City in Los Angeles.
So cool.
A couple of months ago. I was visiting a friend of mine, and I have been dying to get in. There's none in Atlanta yet, but hopefully one day. But anyway, I was planning a trip to see one of my friends, and it ended up being the reason I came. Even though it wasn't the reason it wasn't the initial reason I booked the trip, but I was just like, we were going out to dinner, and I'm like, I gotta get back. I gotta go to sleep. I have TM in the morning. And they're like, you are on vacation for my birthday. But I'm like, I know, but I have TM in the morning. So I couldn't sleep. I was picking out outfits. I was like, I know we're going to dinner, but what should I wear for TM?
Oh, that's so much fun.
It was so crazy. And then the day of, I had other things to do after, so I show up with my luggage, and on my way there, I remember calling the studio, and I was like, do I need to bring ankle weights? So sad. I was a mess. It was like going to school for the first time, like the first day of kindergarten. It was so funny. But I went. The studio is beautiful. The people were so nice. They were so sweet. It was locked, and of course COVID, and you had to wear a mask and all that stuff. Totally understandable, but I was just so nervous walking in, and then when I got in there, I was like, okay, all right, I can do this. They're sweet. All right. And then we started class, and I don't remember the instructor's name, but she was like they all say, they walk in with like a straight face, game time, don't smile. They're like, we're here to get shit done. So I was and that did not help me being nervous. But once the music started and you kind of felt the energy, it wasn't a large class because of COVID. I think there were only 3 or 4 of us in the room.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that's also a cool experience, right? To be in a studio with only 4 other people.
Almost like a private class.
Like a private class, right?
Yeah.
It was cool. So yeah, the music dropped, and then those moves started, and I'm like, okay, I'm at home in my sunroom. Let's go. But I could not, the mask thing. Oh my God. The heat and humidity, yes. Whole new ball game. But the masks, I'm like, how do they do it in these masks? It was crazy. It was definitely an experience. I thought I was going to pass out 4 or 5 times, but I made it, and it was fun, and I can't wait to do it again.
So, do you use heat and humidity at home when you work out as well? Or I guess if you're in your sunroom, it probably helps too.
In the summer, it's hot as hell in there. So it turned out to be the perfect TAM cave. In the winter, I do use a space heater. I had not known anything about the infrared heating. These are all things you learn along the way. So it shows you how green I am.
But you're diving right in. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So I use a space heater and a humidifier, which my husband's like, yay, the plants have been thriving so nicely since you've added heat and humidity in the summer.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So Cheryl has a question about going to the studio, which said, do you need to bring your own ankle weights? So you answer that for her.
No. Tracy has all the ankle weights here to your heart's content.
Yeah. All the equipment is
All
there.
the equipment's there. After I asked, I was like, wow, okay, Shawnee, all right. But I was like, I wish I had somebody. I should have planned better and met and did like a meetup and had somebody in LA meet me there. So I would have been like, okay, I have a buddy. And I wouldn't have been so clueless and scared, but it's okay.
It's so brave though. And then, I mean, once you do it, you know.
Yeah.
Into any studio anywhere. Yeah. And
next time, I'm going to like swing the door open and be like, I'm here.
You're at home when you're.
Yeah.
Plus, we'll all be in the studios all the time
I
now.
know.
Live feature.
Isn't this crazy? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So cool.
Did you do the 2 classes this weekend?
I did one.
Okay.
I did yesterday, not today. I took the day off.
Okay.
Yes, it was awesome. Even without the sound, I was like, okay. Who was it? Loretta Tamily. There's multiples.
Right.
But Loretta, she was like, do you have audio? She reached out and I was like, I don't have audio. Do you have audio? No audio. She's like, there's a Spotify playlist. So she sent me the link, got that right in, and I was golden. So thank you, Loretta, again.
Well, today the sound works. So
yes.
Sound works. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I saw when they fixed it. I was that dork that like sat around after class. I was like, okay, what are they doing in there?
Right.
Let's see what's going on in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
So, I looked and kept watching them dance and do other things, and then I saw that when the audio got fixed, and I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna be golden tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I can't. It feels like September 1st is far from now, but it's really not.
It's not.
We'll know very soon.
Yes.
How it can be. So being that, you are fairly new to the method, but you really have grasped everything. What would be your advice to somebody else who is, more brand new to the method or maybe just thinking about it?
I would definitely say give yourself time. Time, if you're anything like me, I'm a Virgo. My birthday's in a couple of weeks, by the way. It's Virgo season, and it's always a big deal.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. No, I like to, I'm one of those people that have to have all the facts, and I have to have everything, and I have to know it all before I start something. Mm-hmm. And that I did not get with Tracy, which was probably good for me because it put me out of my comfort zone and it humbled me a little bit. So yes, time. Give yourself time. Take your time. Don't feel like you can't do it if you don't know it. Because if you look at it, it looks crazy. It looks so difficult. It looks so impossible for someone that's never done it. And it is difficult, but it's not something you can't do. And with time, you will get better. You will find yourself being able to do things you never thought that you could, and it'll work out. So definitely take your time, give yourself grace. Don't beat yourself up over it if you don't get it right away. Definitely post. It helped so much posting and opening up myself to you ladies and gentlemen and getting the feedback and the encouragement and all the things that come with Tamily. Yeah. I would definitely encourage posting. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Just time and be open and trust the process. If you keep at it, you will get it.
So how long were you doing the method before you started posting?
2 months.
Okay.
2 months.
Okay.
Seems like a long time.
Sort of. So
I
people,
wish.
Like, it's years, though.
Yes, I wish so much that I had started soon. Like, the day I started even the video, I wish I would have started posting because it's just, it, like, makes everything so much better. And I feel like it's even made my progress so much faster. It's just watching yourself doing it and then you see where you came from and where you are now, and just the progress of that, and that's motivating to keep going and pushes you so much. And just it's great. But yeah, two months in, I started posting, and I definitely wish I would have posted sooner.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
So what is your routine? Do you do intermediate, beginner, attain, and do you ever do dance cardio?
I don't dance. I will dance one day. I will. I tried in the beginning, and I dabbled in it here and there, and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting this yet. Right now, I have to focus because, like I said before, I'm one of those perfectionists where I have to like focus on one thing, and especially to post and open myself up to you ladies when I wasn't perfect at it. To dance in front of you ladies is a whole nother ballgame. So like, yes, if you guys that dance, I love you for it. It's so beautiful. I'm in awe. My jaw's on the floor daily watching you guys do it, and I will get there one day soon, hopefully soon. But I don't dance. I started out at intermediate. I stuck with intermediate for a couple of months, which doesn't seem like a long time for anybody doing the method, and honestly, it's not. And then I would look at the advance though. I would look at every time it dropped. I was one of those crazy Wednesday night at 10. It wasn't ready yet. It's not ready yet. She hasn't posted yet. And then like 10:30. It was usually around 8, but sometimes it would be as late as like 10 or 11 in Atlanta. And my husband's like, you'll see it in the morning. I'm like, but I gotta see it now. But yeah, I was one of those that would check on it all the time, but I would always look at advance in awe because it just seems so beautiful and so just a whole nother world in advance. But loved my intermediate lane. And then one day, I don't even know what it was about that day, but I was like, you know what? I'm feeling ballsy today. I'm going to do advanced. I'm going to try it out. And like, I surprised the hell out of myself. I had no idea that I could do it. And I definitely took my time with it, and I rewind. Like, it was a lot of rewinding, but I got through it, and it was probably like the best day of my life. I felt so accomplished when you see that advanced and you just think that it's so unattainable, and then you try it and you're like, wait, I did that.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then from that day on, I was only advanced. I'm in advanced. I'm going to take this advanced on head on, and I'm going to master this advanced, which I still haven't done, and I won't for a very long time. But now I dabble. What do you guys call it? Lane swerving?
Yeah.
I swerve now. Usually on Thursdays, I do intermediate because it's just like I'm going to start off just clean slate, relax a little bit in the intermediate lane, and just groove with it and get my music on. And then on Friday, the kids go to daycare. I can crank the music up as loud as I want to in my house, and I can really zone in on that advanced and take it on. So, and then usually depending on which one felt good on me is where I go for the rest of the week.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's really amazing that you've been able to like progress to that point. But I think what you said is true. It's like you don't realize that if you're able to do intermediate, you can do advanced.
Yeah.
But you know, if you don't try it, you won't know. But you are building all the foundational tools that you need by doing.
It's all in the design. She's just in there like tweaking and twerking and doing all these little things that need to be done to set us up for success, and you have no idea that it's happening. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, right? And then you try and do something you've never done before, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I believe her. I believe her.
So is there a particular move that you found really challenging in the beginning that now is not that big of a deal?
All of them. Every last move. Yeah. Oh gosh. In the beginning, I know I feel like I moved pretty quickly, but it's been a process, y'all. It's been a process. I could not, like, I remember when I first started being on all fours for lengths of time, my wrists were so sore. My fingers hurt. Like, my fingers hurt. So there were days where I'm just like, yeah, this is not for me. I don't know if I'm made for Tracy. This is tough, but it's weird because you would never know that now. Like a year and a half in, it's like all of those things are not at all anymore. The hydrants, I don't even know what a lot of these things are called. Again, green meat, right? The hydrants on half your body, basically, yes, where the tam lines are created, is what I like to think. Yeah, every time I saw it, I cried. Like, I just grabbed that hand weight, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you see it in intermediate almost every class, and you know it's coming. You know it's there, and you're just you forget until you see it, and you're like, fuck, here it is. But that one for sure. Oh, headstands. What?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I've never been able to do a headstand in my life. Never attempted. Never tried. The first time I saw it, no way. I was like, yeah, I'll sit that one out. No, wait for the next move. But then I think we see it because we don't see them that often, but they're in there every so often. You can almost feel them coming. Yeah. And so I saw it the second time, and I was like, all right, what the hell? I'm going to try it. And it was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I surprised myself. And then I didn't see it for a long time, and it came back again, and I did it, and I was like, holy shit, I did the headstand. I was so proud of myself. I couldn't believe it. It was like a whole, it was crazy. My husband was so excited for me.
That is so wonderful.
Yeah, and like my friends that don't do Tracy Anderson, because I post to my private account too. So they're like, dude, you can do a headstand?
Yeah, they need to come on over.
They do. But yeah, like all the moves, but so many moves I struggled with in the beginning, and now they have gotten a lot easier. I still struggle with a lot of them, but I'm happy with where I am.
Well, it sounds like you have certainly progressed in that year and a half for sure.
Yes. Thank you.
So what do your friends and family think of the Tracy Anderson method and your dedication to it?
My in-laws come over a lot. And they actually just bought a house like 8 minutes from my house. So they're very close now, and I love it. But they come over, and it's usually around nap time, and I'll be working out, and they just kind of like walk by and glance, but then you'll see them like look back. I know they're watching me because I can feel it when they're watching. So they think that I'm probably doing some crazy, who the hell knows what I'm doing, but they're the most intrigued. My husband, he's like, I don't care what the hell you're doing it. You get it and you love it. So I'm happy. My kids are doing it now.
That's great.
My 3-year-olds are like, they don't know what it's called. They don't know Tracy's name yet, but I just say I'm working out. They're like, Mommy, look at me, I'm working out. And they'll have like one leg up in the air.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, it's so cute. My sisters are intrigued. I've gotten one of them to try it with me. I don't think that she's convinced that she can do it, but she can. But yeah, everybody's very excited and happy that I found something that I'm completely obsessed with and that I love and makes me happy and gives me patience.
Yes. Yeah. That's the.
Yeah.
Did you work out yet today?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any kind of a motivational quote or philosophy that you would want to share with the Tamily?
I'm not big on quotes. I would say that whenever I hear Tracy say things like quieting the noise, which she says, and that to me, like, I don't know that I've heard too many people say that, but it didn't mean much to me before. And now that there's a lot of noise, that has been something that I've been extremely like blessed to hear regularly with the method. And that's important to her, that she stresses and puts into us, because it's so important to quiet down everything and really like dig deep into what's going on with you, so that you can again be your best self, which is another thing that's really been an eye opener for me. Is like, I don't focus on wanting to do this or look like this or be like this. I'm now focused on becoming the best version of myself.
Yeah.
So that's been probably the most resonated with me, that's gotten me the furthest and been so special and a part of my method, or my experience with the method.
Yeah, that's probably two of the most like important things. And I mean, sometimes takes people way longer than, a year or year and a half to get to the space of realizing that.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean,
oh yeah.
You'll get the physical results, but that's definitely not the whole reason that, we're all here. And
yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine when I was going to the studio, which is so crazy because this studio in Studio City that I visited while I was visiting was less than a mile from my condo when I lived in Los Angeles. So before we lived here, we just moved to Atlanta after we had the twins. Okay. They were 2 months old, and we like jumped ship. And we were like, we gotta get the hell home. We've got to get the hell home. We need help. This is great. We love LA. LA is beautiful and grand and lovely, but I have kids now. So we got the hell out of there. But it's crazy that like the studio was not even a mile from my house.
Easy.
And I'm just like, where has this been my whole life? How have I not seen this place? I've driven by it 5 million times. I've had all the signs and all the things fall into my lap, but I found the method exactly when I needed to find it. So yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, it sounds very, very
on
purpose
time.
That is excellent. Can you tell us a little bit more about where you live and what you do?
So I live in the suburbs of Atlanta, in East Cobb is what it's called. And before the twins, when we lived in LA, I was in retail management. Okay. Managed a lot of stores out there and had some fun times in fashion, and still love and will always be obsessed in the fashion world. But after having the twins and doing the method and doing all this soul searching and finding out who I am as a mom and as a wife and mom now, and all these different changes that have happened in my life pretty recently, I started sitting with myself and trying to figure out what I was going to do and what that life was going to look like with the kids. And I decided to become a birth and postpartum doula. Oh. Which I have always loved and have always dabbled in. I've always been a part of births since probably before college, which is crazy to say. It's just always been there, and in my life, randomly, and friends and family mostly, like, I'm having a kid and I need you to be there, and I'm always that person in my circle to be there for the moms that I've had in my life. And after having the kids and deciding what was going to be the thing to take me away from them, that was going to sit okay with me, and that was just it for me. It was very blatant and obvious that that's what I needed to do. And now that I'm doing it, it's very fulfilling. It's so beautiful. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Birth is so beautiful, no matter what your birth looks like, and empowering moms to advocate for themselves and build relationships with health providers and make their births what they want them to be, it's just like the best thing ever.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
So awesome.
I'm sure you can hear how it's like, I love it. I'm so obsessed with it.
Yeah, my I don't have children, but my sister's about to have her fourth, so
Congrats.
I'm very in that world too.
Congrats. Is this your first niece or nephew?
No, actually, so she has 3 already, and she's pregnant. My brother has 3, and my brother-in-law has 4.
Oh
so
gosh.
You're
surrounded.
Yes. So I only have fur babies. I don't have human babies, but
you have lots of them in your life.
Yes. It's gonna be 11. It's like unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable. But
wow.
Yeah. So definitely,
good.
It's such an interesting connection, especially because so many women do come to the method, like either when they're pregnant or afterwards, and then to kind of make that, like, on another level type of connection. That's wonderful to hear about.
It is. It's beautiful. It's my favorite. I'm glad that I get to do it and make a difference. And like I said, empowering women to make choices for themselves is the best. The best.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not one right way. It's the right way for your pregnancy.
Yes.
Excellent. So we got way not on Tracy's, but let me get back to some of our questions. What is something that you've learned about fitness since starting the Tracy Anderson method?
I have learned that fitness is so related to so many things in your life that when you're not connected to your body, you may not necessarily realize it. But once you are, you can't unrealize it. And it's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing to be able to take that time, carve out that time, and sit with yourself and work out all the things that you need to work out so that you can heal, or you can be, or you can rest, or you can do whatever it is that you need to do so that you can be whatever you need to be. So that to me has probably been the most important aspect of fitness in my life. Just having that ability to sit with myself and know that if I'm not taking this hour or however long I can, it may not always be an hour. The twins may not sleep the full hour. So whatever that time looks like, I make sure to use it wisely because I know it's necessary for me. And I'm a better human because of it.
Yeah, that is the amazing, like what Tracy says about, you process things during your workout. Like, I would not have thought, it's like more effective than therapy or like other things that you could do to try to think you're working.
It is therapy. It is totally therapy.
Yeah.
Those TAM sessions, sometimes they look like a spiritual retreat in my sunroom. Sometimes they look like Coachella. Sometimes they look like, I don't know. Sometimes it's heavy metal and I'm in there like rocking my head off my body.
Yeah.
It's just, it is whatever it needs to be. So fitness can look like a lot of different things. Luckily, Tracy Anderson gives you that ability to make it whatever you need it to be. One of the Tracy perks, right? I'm not going into a gym lifting weights or going on a treadmill or whatever. I'm on my mat. I'm me. I'm living in my body. I'm moving myself the way I feel like I need to. She said it last week, I think, where she was like, I give you the playbook, but it's up to you to run the play however you run the play. And that's like, I heard her say it and I was like, duh.
Yeah.
It's the playbook, Shawnee. Like, you don't have to do it like this. You have to do it however you feel like you need to do it that day. And that's what's like so beautiful about Tracy.
Yeah. It really is. I mean, the self-discovery type of aspect is just something, I mean, I've never even seen it touched on in another method.
No.
Like, that is really so amazing about this.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, obviously, we both love Tracy. That's why we're here.
Hi, Wonder Woman Tam. I love her. She's so sweet.
She is so sweet. She really is. Such an inspiration. So how do you fit the routine of working out in your life, especially with handling twin 3-year-olds?
I mean, you get it in when you can. I have been able to work out consistently 6 days a week because of nap time. They're young, so they take naps. Their naps last a long time right now. They still take mostly 2-hour naps.
Okay.
So I can get laundry done, get my workout in, clean, do what I got to do, swirl into whatever I need to swirl into, and they're awake, and here I am. But yeah, it's on the weekends. My husband understands what it is to me, so he will like take them to the park or do whatever we need to do, and then we trade because now I understand what it is for him also. So it's been good for everybody. Tam has been so good to me. So good. Even like romance now is different. Like I go in my Tam cave and I start my playlist, and then like a random song pops up, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, I put that on your playlist." And I'm like, "You put that on my playlist?" Like it's
Aww.
Romantic gestures. Are you adding things to my Tam playlist now?
That is so funny.
But we get it. He helps me make sure that my routine is whatever it needs to be, and he cheers me on. So
that is
help
wonderful.
is a lot of why my routine is able to happen the way that it happens.
Yeah.
Help. The in-laws, him, and nap time.
Yeah. That's the formula.
Yes. Yes. And I don't remember which Tamily Tamily I was watching. It was a while ago though. It was a long time ago and I don't remember her name, but she said something in the interview, and she said like, sometimes you may get to one side. And at that time I had never been okay with doing one side. I was like, absolutely not. If I have to come back to it later, I'm going to do this other side. Like I can't not. And it's just like, Shawnee, what are you doing? It's okay if you don't get to the other side. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time. Like you are the method. You will get whatever you need. Just take what you can. Don't be so hard on yourself. And it is what it is. It's okay.
Yeah. That is such an important thing to know, that it's about like being consistent. But never being perfect.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, you can have one side workouts
Yes,
occasionally.
you can. They're okay. They're just fine. I promise you that other side got work.
Right. So have you faced any challenges in doing the method?
Oh gosh, so many. I would probably say the thing that was most challenging for me in doing the method is learning the new body that I have now after carrying 2 kids at once. And realizing that there were going to be some things that I couldn't do, and I may not be able to do them for a long time, if ever. That was a rude awakening. that was shitty. But again, with time, there are little ways that you progress and you get better and you get better. And now I'm like, okay, what's next? I did that. I got there. I did it again.
Yeah. That is fantastic.
Yeah.
You have such a great outlook.
Thank you.
Would you have any other tips for anyone that is interested in doing the method?
Just start. Just start. Just do it. there's no way you're not going to benefit in some way, shape, or form in doing the method. Just start. If I could make everyone in the world do it, I would. I've tried, trust me. Everyone I know has heard me talk about Tracy Anderson. So it's just do it. You can do it. You will do it. It's going to be so good for your mental. Your friends will see a difference in you. You will see a difference in you. Your spouses, your family, it's so good for your soul. And then all the physical benefits as well. Like,
Right.
let's just be honest.
But it's always like everyone, wishes they would have started it sooner.
Oh,
or wishes that
yes.
all these additional benefits.
So many benefits. So many benefits. I still I'm like, how did I not see that studio? How did I not see it there?
I know, that
I
is
cannot
wild.
believe I lived it may have been a half a mile down the road on Ventura.
Oh
I was like, what?
That is crazy.
I found it when I needed it the most.
Well, I hope that her venturing into the lives and everything, that there's more studios in our future.
I know. I would love that. I would love that. That heat and humidity and the floor and the energy and the vibes, and even seeing the trainer walk in knowing like I'm about to get my ass kicked. It was a whole vibe. Like, it's a whole vibe that I would love to have that at any time. But this whole new lives that she rolled out, where we went to the Hamptons today, y'all. I went yesterday, but hey, that's insane. I love that. I love that. She cannot, I don't understand who made her.
Right.
How are you this innovative? Just in the year and a half that I've been with the method, how have you recreated and then created and recreated, and you just keep pushing yourself and doing whatever you can to keep being new? I don't understand how she's not human, first of all.
Yeah.
But it's insane to watch, just as a businesswoman and as so many other things. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love her. Love her. She followed me. Did you see that?
Yeah. No. Oh my gosh.
I am celebrating. I'm celebrating going to the Hamptons for the first time. I'm celebrating my Tracy Anderson follow this week. Life is so good, y'all. I'm so happy right now.
That drink looks really amazing. What is it?
It is a spicy margarita with a tahini rim.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That makes my iced coffee seem super boring.
We'll get together one day and I'll make you one.
Absolutely. Atlanta's not that far from where I live. I'm outside of Charlotte. So.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We can definitely plan a little Southeast meetup for sure.
Oh my God, I would love that so much. I have to do better, because I've seen so many of the Tamily on Instagram, and I've been so touched and moved and blessed to have all of you. But I really want to meet more. I want to meet you guys so bad. So I need to do that this year. Yeah. Now that COVID is whatever it's going to be, but
right. We can't say over.
No, it's whatever it's going to be. So
yeah.
We'll move accordingly.
Right. Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's been excellent getting to know you, Shawnee. It's been an absolute joy hearing about your journey, and honestly how far you are, even though you're technically still new.
I'm new. I'm so new. Every end of class talk, I'm just like, wait, what? Yeah. That's why I'm like, if you're new, just post, because I've gotten so many little nuggets from so many different people in the Tamily, and it definitely, there's things that you learn so much along the way. You're never going to get it all in the beginning. She's not going to just give it all to you and say, here you go, good luck. It's going to come in little bits, and you may not even hear it when it comes the first time. Like you may not hear it until you need to hear it. So it's just, time is the only thing that, funny to say, in my 1.5 short years, time is really what's going to give you the best of everything in this method.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. And I mean, honestly, if it's 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, you're still learning.
Yeah. Like I can't wait. I like, never say never, but I'm 100% convinced I'm a lifer. Like I'll be 90 doing Tracy Anderson with Penny.
Right.
I'm in it for life. So
absolutely,
it is what it is. Like I'm here for the long haul. I'm here to learn everything that she is ready to teach me.
Definitely. And I'm so excited too about the trainer aspect, because they're so amazing as well. Like, I mean, you know, it's wonderful to learn directly from Tracy, but they bring just their own vibe and their own personality and their playlists and everything. I can't wait.
So new. I've been so blessed to have so much of her, like all this time during the pandemic. And I haven't had the time with the trainers that I would like. But when you hear her speak about her trainers, these women and men they're like the most amazing people on earth. I cannot wait to get to know them and their playlists. According to you guys, they all have like different choices in music, and it really like will sway you one way or the other. People pick their trainers based on their playlists and things. I can't wait to get into all this stuff. There's so many things to unpack and explore in this method, but I can't wait. I cannot wait to spend time with some of these trainers. Well, I'm sure they're
we're
incredible.
Gonna do another interview with you in like 6 months or something and see what you're thinking.
Anytime. When the Tamily calls, I will be there.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, Shawnee, for being number 168. That is so fantastic.
Yay!
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the Tamily while you have this audience?
Thank you. I mean, thank you for everything. The method would not be what it is for me without you guys. Like, I don't want to cry. I told myself I wasn't going to cry on this freaking thing, but it's just, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. All the encouragement, all the comments, all the cheering me on and getting me through. It's just like, there's nothing like it. So many positive people supporting each other in a really tough time. There's nothing like it. It's insanely beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Well, thank you, Shawnee, for being open. I'm sorry that we did have you cry.
You made me cry.
It's okay. Thanks for being open with us and sharing so much and being so inspirational. Honestly.
Oh, thank you, Renee.
We appreciate you spending that time with us.
I love you guys. Okay, thank you. We'll see you again. We'll do it again.
Definitely.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks for watching, Tamily.